Welcome back. And what a show we just witnessed. I don't know, the ending of the show left me speechless. Mostly because my power went out and I had to find it on the internet a couple hours later. There's not really a whole lot that I can say. You know, it's been talked about and discussed, and I feel like I've almost run it in the ground, but I'm going to do it some more. I'm going to do it more justice. Cena, Rock, Miz. But I'm not going to do that just yet, because that's not where Raw started. Raw started with CM Punk. And I tweeted, CM Punk has already saved the show because CM Punk in Chicago is money. And the WWE knows that. It's the greatest way to start off Monday Night Raw from Chicago. Punk gives a great promo. The lighting, the effects, everything was great. And then Randy Orton comes out. They brawl for a minute. Randy goes for the punt, but can't because his legs hurt too bad. And that leaves you with Punk attacking the leg and then hitting the GTS. By the way, I'm getting a little tired of Punk and John Cena. Both, because they both put their opponents in the fireman's carry. That's the start of their finisher. The go to sleep is up and over. The attitude effect is up and over to the side. They both stall too much. It was very apparent tonight. They stalled too much before they did the move. Because Orton, he got kicked a couple of times, and then he was just limp. I mean, what the hell? Just because his legs hurt doesn't mean his arm is, broke and can't elbow Punk in the head. Whatever. Anyway, Punk gains momentum going in WrestleMania. Always nice. I kind of feel like Orton is going to lose this match to Punk, but we'll get to that in a future video later. Edge and Christian versus Alberto Del Rio and Brodus Clay is pretty much what you thought it was going to be. Edge gets a win. Alberto sends a devastating message by putting the cross arm bar on Christian and Edge. That match is going to be good. Pay very close attention. I have read the SmackDown spoilers. But the match is going to be good. Of course, there's nothing in the spoilers or is there? For those of you who read the spoilers, you already know. For those of you who haven't, you just don't know what's going on yet. Then we have kind of, just more hype for everything. And we have Justin Gabriel versus Santino Marella, and Santino goes over with the Cobra, which I think is one of the greatest and funniest finishing moves ever, and one of the stupidest. I mean, the People's Elbow is pretty stupid too, but I've always said that. The match was announced, and I said it last week. I said it looks like it's gonna be Santino and Vlad teaming with the Big Show and Kane versus the Core. It was announced officially tonight on Raw. That actually it was probably official right before Raw, but it's officially announced now that those 8 men are going to have an 8-man tag match. Now the whole Triple H Undertaker thing with Shawn Michaels, it was very effective. It showed the magnitude of the match. It showed how important it was. I kind of get the sense, and maybe I don't know that this is what one of the main pulls of the match is, but I kind of get the feeling that Triple H is not just doing this because it's something that nobody else has ever done. I kind of feel like now, after, and especially after that segment, he's doing it for Shawn. Or they're kind of making it out to be that way. You know, I'm doing this for Shawn because I want to prove that I am the best. And I have to beat The Undertaker to do that because Shawn tried twice and couldn't do it either time. By the way, Shawn saying, "I'm sorry, but you can't win," was just... That is up there with him telling Ric Flair right before he gave him Sweet Chin Music at WrestleMania 24, "I'm sorry, and I love you." Boom. Taker says, "You know what? I want you to put me down when the time comes, but the time has not come." Which makes me think that the streak might end this year. The streak might end this year. It really, really, really might end this year. So, I mean, who knows? We're just gonna have to pay attention and stay focused until after WrestleMania. Jerry Lawler was put in a match with Jack Swagger, which I predicted that this match was going to happen. I taped a Raw preview last night and was going to upload it late last night, early this morning. I was going to, while I was getting a couple hours rest, I was going to upload the video. But because the weather was so bad here, I didn't have a chance to do that because my internet screws up. Anyway, nobody saw it. But I did predict this match. And I'm glad that they did this match. I kind of felt like it should have been the match at WrestleMania, and I still feel that way. That way Lawler has to earn a match to get a hold of Michael Cole. But maybe they're actually doing the training right, and they're going to make it a more serious match. Of course, it's Michael Cole. Come on, the guy's an announcer. He's not a wrestler. Vicky Guerrero comes out and does John Morrison's entrance, which I just thought was classic. Ziggler and Sheamus versus Morrison and Bryan. They had a pretty good tag team match for what it was again, and I mean, probably a whole 7 or 8 minutes for a match, but I mean it was a decent amount of time. Especially on this show when there was so much they had to get to. And then they did the whole thing with Snooki and Trish, and then Lake Hole attacking. One of the things I am most happy about coming off of Monday Night Raw is the announcement of the Road Warriors being inducted into the Hall of Fame. I've been saying it for 2 years. It's time. Actually, I've been saying it ever since Hawk died, that it's been time. And I know that he's going to be looking down that night from that special spot that's reserved for wrestlers in heaven, which I cannot wait to be a part of. I know he's going to be looking down, and I know that he's going to be smiling, knowing that his legacy, which was already stamped and gonna live, but will forever live in WWE infamy. Anyways, going into the Hall of Fame, and I love the fact that they're putting Paul Ellering in the Hall of Fame with them, because Ellering even though he wasn't a major role in their WWE run or runs in the AWA, in the NWA, in WCW even, he was a major factor. I mean, that's just that was it. Now, I'm not timing myself, so I have no clue how far this video is going to go. All I want to say about The Rock and John Cena and The Miz. The Rock comes out and just rambles for 3 minutes, and he doesn't say anything. And then Cena comes out and looks like he is so out of character because he is so intimidated by being in the ring with The Rock. Anybody could see that. He looked like he was about to cry several times. Cena even being, you know, the mega huge star and being put in all these positions that he's been put in, you know, over the last 6 years and longer, he was just still not ready to be in the ring with The Rock. He just wasn't ready for it. The Miz, I don't know what was going on with Cena, but The Miz shined through. The beatdown on The Rock, well, we kind of saw that coming, or I did anyway. And I knew that Cena and The Rock wasn't going to get into it. I'm not like outraged. A lot of people on Twitter I saw once my power finally came back on, and I got to read some tweets, were outraged at the way it went down. I'm not outraged about it. I'm really more outraged that they've made the WWE title match seem kind of second fiddle to Cena and Rock when they're not even gonna wrestle. Now, if Cena wins and beats The Miz, and then they have Cena Rock, I'm all for that. If they want to do that, that's great. I don't see that happening. I don't think they would do that. But they could. They're still firming up plans for WrestleMania. But anyway, the attitude adjustment just kind of out of nowhere. I liked it because people hate Cena. And for him to sneak attack, pretty much, The Rock, it puts him in that spot where you don't know who you hate more. You hate The Miz more? Or do you hate Cena more? Going into WrestleMania, who do you hate more? And that's where I leave you. Who do you hate more? Anyway, I know this hasn't been the greatest video. Whatever. I've got more great stuff coming up. I've got 5 or 6 more WrestleMania videos to do and upload this week. Plus, the predictions video is not going to be a single video. It's probably going to be a couple of videos because of the magnitude of some of these matches. I just feel like I'm not going to be able to get to everything in a 15-minute time limit because I can only upload 15 minutes at a time. So until then, you guys be good. Chaos is spoken. I am out of here, and that is your Raw review for March.